How many times have you heard that Dutch food is that there is no culinary culture? Everyone talks about stomppot, stroopwafels, bitterballen and other mystery fried snacks. But what if there is more to Dutch cuisine than meets the eye? Recently, I had the pleasure of visiting Restaurant Fred, a 2-star Michelin, which has inspired me to create this video to dive deeper into the depths of the Dutch cuisine and show you why it deserves way more credit. They say that art imitates life, and this is visible in one of Vincent van Gogh's early masterpieces called The Potato Eaters, or The Aardappel Eaters. Completed in 1885, the painting depicts a group of peasants gathered around a table eating potatoes. And indeed, this would have been a very accurate scene from the 1500s up until early 1900s in the Netherlands for many households. Because during this time, the Dutch cuisine for the average person consisted of bread, porridge, and potatoes. In fact, by the 1800s, Dutch people ate potatoes with every single meal every day of the week. Households of the wealthy and middle class, meanwhile, painted a very different picture. The Netherlands began importing spices, sugar, coffee, tea, and exotic fruits during the Golden Age. This period of prosperity brought fresh produce, international flavors, and lavish desserts to those who could afford such luxuries. Later on in the 20th century, young women in the Netherlands began attending schools that focused on domestic work. Here, they learned how to cook simple meals based on traditional Dutch foods, which resulted in more uniformity in Dutch cuisine. But the true height of the Dutch cuisine was seen with the opening up of chefs' restaurants and the rise of Michelin stars. Michelin stars are given out on a scale of 1 to 3, and only the top establishments in the world qualify for this designation. To earn 1 star, a restaurant must be considered a very good restaurant in its category. For 2 stars, the criteria is excellent cooking, worth a detour. To qualify for the elusive 3 stars, a restaurant must serve up exceptional cuisine worth a special journey. In fact, many people take vacations centered solely around visiting restaurants that have earned Michelin stars. Because of this, it is easy to see why chefs are so eager to earn this recognition. Having at least 1 Michelin star can do wonders for a restaurant's business. Having 3 stars solidifies a restaurant as undeniably one of the best in the world. The Netherlands has 100 Michelin star restaurants, and this goes to show you the amount of talent there is actually in the culinary culture. Just to give you a perspective, the population of the Netherlands is about 17.5 million people. So that brings it to about 175,000 people per Michelin restaurant. For example, in France, where it all began with a population of 68 million, there are only about 632 Michelin star restaurants, which makes it just a little over 100,000 people per restaurant. So if you take population in mind, according to my genius comparison, there is actually a substantial number of Michelin star restaurants per capita here in the Netherlands. Even though the cuisines of these restaurants tend to be a lot more French inspired, the Dutch chefs tend to put their own spin on it as well, and sometimes they feature local produce such as greens, and of course the infamous potatoes. Even if the ingredients are simple, it is the interpretation that elevates the cuisine. When we look at all of this, the Dutch cuisine is actually constantly evolving, and it indeed deserves way more credit than many of us give. I was lucky enough to visit 2 Michelin star restaurants so far this year in Rotterdam, and they both have been a fantastic experience, and I'm excited to continue to make these kind of videos for you in the future. So, do you love food? Let me know down in the comments what's your favorite cuisine. And if you want to watch me experience that 1-star Michelin lunch in Rotterdam, check out the video that's popping up on your screen right now, and I will see you over there.